Is Eli Roth's Ice Cream Man the worst horror movie of the year, like a lot of people have been saying? Not even close. So I just got back from checking this out, and while it wasn't great, it definitely was pretty good. While there's nothing super impressive in the writing or the acting, the simple story ended up having a little bit more to it than I thought it would by the end, and actually earned about a half star because of that from me. I think a lot of the reviews, a lot of the poor reviews I've been seeing are actually a proxy for other things outside of this movie. They are a proxy for certain political issues, for how people feel about Eli Roth, and for how people feel about AI. People have very strong reactions to these things, and it is totally okay to not be able to separate the art from the artist, but I think it is important to note that that is what's happening in some of the cases. I definitely believe that a lot of these people didn't like the movie, but I think the disdain for the movie is more meta than the actual content of the movie. Though some of the hate for the movie comes from some pretty controversial things that come up in the movie. I will also say that some reviewers are accusing the film of doing things that I didn't see the film doing. This was probably one of the most brutal movies I have ever seen, and I think that horror fans would be championing this content if it weren't coming from Eli Roth and if they didn't know that AI had been used in some capacity. I think some people are just imagining it's all AI. I couldn't tell which parts were and weren't AI. I have some ideas of what it is. It's really hard to tell, but yeah, it's obvious that there is real human work that went into this. But yeah, this movie is solidly in the middle of the pack as far as horror movies from 2026. If this is the worst horror movie you've seen this year, I have a few movies I could introduce you to that could really change your appreciation of this film. It is a little bit tropey, and as far as people making the comparison of like Weapons and Cooties, those movies did not introduce the trope of the crowd of evil children, and Ice Cream Man won't be the last time that we see that trope on screen. But in any case, let me know what you thought of Ice Cream Man. I thought that this was a pretty good movie if I am solely basing it off of the product that I saw on the screen. And make sure to follow if you love horror movies as much as I do, and I will see you next time.